lovely Taurians, this is your bonus, I do promise you. Now, Taurus, I had a lovely vision for you guys. I saw someone getting out a huge map, and they were sitting with somebody else. They were looking quite close, and they were talking quite excitedly about an opportunity. And there was a sense of excitement in the air. So Taurus, I don't know whether or not you're talking to somebody about a brand new venture, a project, moving. It could be that you're considering making some kind of life change. It could be with a very good friend of yours. It could be with your partner. It could be setting up a business. Whatever this is, Taurus, you're really excited about this. This is what I'm getting. Michael's showing me a globe. Yeah. All right, guys, here we go. As you know by now, this is the Melancholic Muse. Everything is listed down below, and let's see what comes through. Here we go. So Archangel Michael, tell us about this exciting opportunity. What is this all about for my lovely Taurians? This is their bonus reading for September 2025. What is this all about for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. Yeah, Taurus, what I'm hearing you say is this will be brand new. This is what was needed. Okay. Wow. Okay, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. The Hierophant. So Taurus, straight out with your energy. Now you could be talking about a massive change with someone you're married to. Gosh, okay, the Death card, major change and transformation, Taurus. Wow. In the past, 10 of Pentacles. So in the past, Taurus, you may have managed to accumulate a lot of financial stability, or it could be that your property rocketed in value, or you could simply have been in a really stable situation with your partner. After that time, the Wheel of Destiny, there was a fortunate turn of events which caused you to reconsider your original plan. I think this is when you realized, Taurus, that you could spread your wings, that you could do something different because you had the financial means to do it. What you're thinking about now is the Page of Wands. There's some really good news coming in. Wow, this is incredible. In the immediate future, Taurus, the Fool, you're going to go for it. You're going to go for it, Taurus. You're looking at across the ocean. What you're thinking about is this would be incredible to embrace this, to do this, to experience this. I don't know, guys, are you thinking about moving to another country? Are you thinking about selling your original house, buying somewhere in a much nicer area, or embracing a very different lifestyle? In your fears, Eight of Swords, Taurus, you're just fearing that you two are going to bounce ideas off each other but decide not to do anything at all. You're worried this isn't actually going to happen. I think it is. I think whoever you're communicating with, hoping to do this with, is fully on board. So Taurus, whoever you're planning this with, their energy, yes, Magician. They could be a Virgo, a Scorpio, or a Gemini. Taurus, they are absolutely on the same page as you. They are wanting change as well. They feel this would bring fresh energy into the situation. I think you two are brainstorming here. I think you two are brainstorming. In your hopes, Taurus, the Two of Wands. You're wanting to do this properly. You're not wanting to do anything too impulsive. You're wanting to make sure this is really right for both of you. You may be looking at documents, paperwork. You could be looking at permits. You could be analysing how much this is going to cost. You could be thinking about removal expenses, because this is something to do with you shifting in a brand new direction, and it could be relocation, whether or not you're planning on opening a business in another area, whether or not you're simply wanting to move to another area with your partner, whether or not you're planning on buying somewhere with a good friend of yours, right? And the outcome, Taurus, is the Sun. Taurus, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Because you somehow feel this is going to bring a lot of happiness into your life. Yeah. So guys, clarification for you, the Hermit. You may be talking to a Virgo, or you may have simply have done some soul searching and tried to figure out what you wanted for the future. Whether or not you wanted to stay put, whether or not you wanted to open up a venture, whether or not you wanted to collaborate with someone. Yeah. Ace of Swords. Yes, Taurus, you've told yourself a truth that you and whoever this is want to embrace a brand new cycle. Do something different. Do something you haven't done before. And it might be because you simply need to inject some fresh energy into this situation. It could be that you feel that with this stability, you can expand and spread your wings. Whoever you're talking to is sitting in the energy of the Magician. They're fully on board. They're on the same page as you. They're just as excited about this as you. The King of Swords. So this could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but we have the energy here of somebody who is wanting to plan. Now, this is somebody who may even be saying to you, Taurus, why don't we buy a plot of land and actually build something? We have architect here. This is somebody who's willing to think outside the box. This is somebody who is really enthusiastic about delving into this new cycle. Yes, Taurus, Seven of Cups. They're looking at options. What could we do with the money that we have? What would you like to do, Taurus? We could do this, we could do that, we could consider that option. Taurus, you are bouncing ideas off each other because what you're both realizing is you need a change. You could grow a business, or you could relocate, sell your property. This could be you and a partner. Underneath the deck, guys, we have the Four of Swords. You've been thinking about this, Taurus, for quite a long time. You might have kept your thoughts and feelings to yourself initially. The Strength card, Leo. You may have been feeling that you've held back from doing this, but now is the time. It may well be, Taurus, that you're even thinking about your health. It may be you're realizing that if you're getting a little bit older, you need to change your environment. Could be that. So guys, this is looking really, really good for you. I'm so pleased. Let's move the camera a fraction. I don't want to move all the cards. There we go. That's a bit better. All right, let's delve in, my beautiful Taurians. Tell us about the Hierophant and the Death card. Major change and transformation. In your marriage, you could be deciding, okay, we've reached a certain age. Let's shift our lifestyle around. Could be that. Judgment. You're about to make a really serious decision. Yes, Taurus. Maybe with your Emperor, or you may be talking to somebody in authority. You could be speaking to the head of a company. You could be reaching out to someone who has a lot of experience of this. You could be communicating with somebody who is knowledgeable. Whoever this is, you're communicating with this person. Yeah, you're talking to this person. Now, this could simply be your other half, Taurus. You guys could have a map stretched out on the kitchen table and you're both getting very excited. Wow, we've had our house valued. We're sitting on a lot of money. It's just us now. The kids have left. What are we going to do? This could be you as a single person, Taurus. You may have worked for the last 20, 30 years. You could be single, and what you're doing is you're ringing a friend saying, hey, do you fancy clubbing together and buying a little holiday home? We could do that, you know? Yeah. Why are you doing this, Taurus? Why? Why are you suddenly thinking about doing this? Oh, okay. Maybe with a 10 of Wands, you're feeling a bit burdened. I mean, this could be you in a really big property. It's just you two, and you're thinking, oh, we don't need to sit in a 4-bedroom house, you know? It's a nightmare to keep clean. It's a nightmare to maintain. Or you could feel that as you're getting older, you don't want to be somewhere so isolated. You could be thinking, well, we now need to consider moving into a town centre. Or you may be considering moving somewhere where there's a little bit more life. Or you could be wanting to get out of a town centre for a little bit of peace and quiet. So let's have a look at the past. My lovely Taurians, 10 of Pentacles, Taurus. Very nice. And this is you, okay. This might be you wandering out into your garden in the evening thinking, oh, do I want to leave? Or you may be feeling, Taurus, if this is you wanting to get together with a friend of yours, let's do something impulsive, let's go and buy a holiday flat somewhere beautiful. In the past, Taurus, you might have realised you could afford this, but you weren't ready to make the move. So in the past, Taurus, I think you just sat on your 10 of Pentacles thinking I could do something different, but it's not the right time. Not the right time. Yeah, so you coasted. Temperance, you coasted. But beautiful energy, guys. After that time, you realised, Wheel of Fortune, you were ready to really talk about this. You were ready. Yes, Page of Pentacles. What could we do? Where would we like to live? Where would we like to set up a business? Where do we fancy buying a holiday home? You were thinking about this. And you were thinking about the past. I mean, Taurus, if this is you with your partner, you may have been together for many years. You may have a child or children. And what you were thinking about was, well, we didn't move before because we wanted to make sure our kids were okay, or we wanted to make sure that our child got through uni, whatever this is. But now we can move. You might have been thinking about going back to your roots. For some of you, we could move to where we grew up or where one of you grew up. What you're thinking about now, Taurus, is Page of Wands. Good news. This card actually says Explorer. You may be getting out and about in your car. If it's a long way away, you may be buying plane tickets to go and check something out. You might be doing a little bit of a road trip to look at properties. The Hanged Man, because you're seeing things differently. You're seeing things differently, Taurus. Yeah, you're seeing things differently, guys. You're realising now is the time to do this, right? Yeah, the Chariot. Gosh. You might be partnering up with a Cancerian or with a Chariot. You are considering a big move. So, Taurus, in the immediate future, with the energy of the Fool, you're getting really excited about the opportunities that could be presenting themselves. I think this is you searching for a location. Whether or not you are buying a holiday place with a mate of yours, whether or not you are moving with your partner, whether or not it's just you, you're downsizing, or you're wanting to move out of a noisy area to a peaceful area. Whatever this is for you, you're excited about the opportunities. Your person, whoever they are, is also sitting in the Magician energy. They are thinking about building somewhere. And with the Seven of Cups, they are looking at the various options available. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Fool and the Magician for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. Okay, guys, I'm actually hearing January 2026. Okay, so this is you doing your homework. This is you doing your research. This is you going on a road trip. You're checking out properties, locations, areas you may want to live in or areas you may want to expand a business into. You are looking at where would suit you both, because you're doing this for somebody else, Taurus. Okay, let's have a look at the Magician. What is he saying to you? Two of Pentacles. What this person's saying to you is there are two particular areas that I think would be right for us. We're going to have to get busy. What he's also saying to you, Taurus, this could be a masculine. I'm just looking at this guy here, but could be a feminine too. What this person's saying is we don't want to get to the point, though, where we spend 8 of the 10 Pentacles and we're left juggling 2. We've got to be a little bit careful. If this person is suggesting building somewhere, what they're saying is it's going to cost quite a lot to build this, right? What else is this person talking to you about? Yeah, justice. They may be talking to you about building permits, the paperwork needed to do this so that you're legally compliant. They may be suggesting that you get estimates from contractors. This is someone, Taurus, fully on board. Yeah. King of Wands. Now, this person could be speaking to a King of Wands, or this could be a King of Wands. If this is someone that you're speaking to, Taurus, this is someone very creative. This person, your person, could literally be saying, okay, we need to go and talk to somebody who might be an architect, an actual architect, or somebody who knows about interior decoration, renovation. But the King of Wands gets things done. So this is somebody who's looking at the practicalities of getting this underway. And you're simply there, Taurus, feeling really excited. What else is your person saying? Whoever they are. Yeah, the foundation needs to be really strong. They could actually be talking about a concrete foundation, an actual foundation of a property, the area that you'd need. Wow, guys, this is very exciting. This is very exciting. 3 of Pentacles, yeah. This is someone who also wants to plan well in advance. Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who may be saying, well, we've got the money to start this. By the time we get to actually putting furniture in, all that sort of stuff, maybe the more expensive part of it, we're going to have more money coming in. Yeah, this person may be dividing up 3 parcels of money. Okay, they may be saying, all right, well, initially we need to buy the land, then we need to get the permit, then we need to look at getting an architect in to actually create a lovely home, and then we need money to actually move in and maybe furnish it. This is someone looking at the nuts and bolts of actually progressing this. What's your mindset, Taurus? Taurus, you may have your practical hat on, because with the Fool and the 9 of Cups, what you're saying to this person is, we can't be too foolish. We can't spend too much money here. We've got to be careful. What else are you thinking about? Yeah, you're sat in the energy of a little bit of fear. Oh, Taurus. But, you know, that's normal, because what you're considering undertaking is something pretty incredible. Something pretty amazing, Taurus. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Oh, bless you. Taurus, you could be saying to this person, well, I can make the curtains, you know, I'm pretty good with a sewing machine. Or you could say to this person, I'm happy to put in the work. I could do some of the decorating. I don't expect for us to have to pay somebody to do all of it. I'm pretty DIY. Taurus, this is simply you two brainstorming. I think you are considering the aesthetics, whereas your person, whoever they are, they're looking at permits, they're looking at getting in estimates, they're looking at the financial aspects of this. But this is super exciting, guys. Okay, yeah. The World, the Queen of Wands. I mean, this is you, Taurus, stepping into your creativity. This is you thinking about what you could create. You could be thinking, oh, we want a really nice big entrance. Somewhere we can grow roses. I don't know, Taurus, but this is really gorgeous. Guys, what's the energy you're both sitting in? I've got a big smile on my face. This is such a lovely reading. 3 of Wands, yeah? What you're thinking about is we're going to head across the water, or we're starting a brand new life, or we're building this business. You're realizing your ships are going to come in. You may even be deciding to buy a plot of land where you can build something much smaller but with a beautiful view. It may be a very different lifestyle, Taurus, if this is you and your partner, you know? You may be selling a very traditional 4-bedroom house and buying a gorgeous apartment overlooking the sea or by a lake. You're thinking completely outside the box. For some of you, I have to say, with the energy of the sun, you may even be deciding to buy somewhere abroad or move abroad, move to a warmer climate. So is this going to happen? Is this going to happen for my lovely Taurians? Yes. Yes. So Taurus, 6 of Wands, there's going to be victory and success. So if you are putting in an offer on a piece of land, then your offer is going to be accepted. You may be there when the call comes in with the realtor thinking, oh my gosh, this is ours, right? Look at that lovely view. We could do amazing things with this. You're celebrating, Taurus. This is though the first step. The first step is finding the right area, putting in an offer and getting that offer accepted. So this is what you're doing. All right, Taurus, next step. The King of Pentacles. So we got the King and Queen of Pentacles here, guys. Could be you and your partner, or this is you two going to see your bank manager to say, okay, well, our offer's been accepted. We now need a lump sum of money to do X, Y, Z. We need money for a building permit. We need to get estimates in. We need to give an architect a deposit. You're talking about finances, Taurus. This is the next step. Or this is you buying outright this piece of land and you're going to see someone to say, okay, you can release the money. You may be putting your bank manager in touch with your realtor if that's relevant. You're wrapping up the paperwork. All right, next step, Taurus. What are you going to be doing then? 8 of Cups. So you may be buying somewhere that has an incredible view near the sea. Or with the energy of the 8 of Cups, you're now thinking about packing up and leaving where you are right now. If you're creating a business, Taurus, and you're not actually relocating in terms of changing your residence, then this is you simply looking at your options, you know? Yeah. Somebody's walking along a beach here, though. Somebody's walking along a beach, Taurus. There's a lot of sunshine and warmth here. Ace of Pentacles. So, whoever is sat in the energy of the King of Pentacles is getting a lump sum of money together in order to make the move. You may at this point, Taurus, be deciding to tell people about this. Yeah, you could be celebrating with friends of yours. Or you could be ringing up your kids if that's relevant. Yeah, just to let you know, we've bought a plot of land, we got an architect on board, and we're moving. Taurus, this is really happening, guys. This is really happening. The Star. You are achieving some kind of long-held wish. You may never have thought you would do this, Taurus, but you're both fully on board, right? It's as if, yep, this feels right. 6 of Swords. You may be moving somewhere more peaceful, less traffic, less noise. Taurus, Taurus. Ace of Wands. Wow. A passionate new start, Taurus. Lots of ideas. Oh, we could do this, we could do that. We could create this beautiful environment. Taurus, you're on fire. So do we have a final card for my lovely Taurians? Taurus, this is a short reading, but wow, what a lovely bonus. 4 of Wands, of course, Taurus. Four of Wands, celebration, happiness, excitement. You could be throwing a launch party if this is a business, or you're getting to know your new neighbours if you're actually building somewhere, or you may be inviting friends of yours to come and visit the house or the flat, whatever this is. But I feel this has been long awaited. Somehow, Taurus, you have been wanting to do this for the longest time. You have been sitting thinking about this for quite a while, and this is the result. So, my lovely Taurians, a gorgeous reading. I'm so pleased. I am living it there. Let me know if you feel this is your story. Take care of you guys. And of course, I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Taurus. Bye now.